what's up guys? This is Jake again with HookahDomain. And this evening we're going to be reviewing Fusion Tobacco's exotic cotton candy flavor. You can see it's in the old school plastic tub. They've since revamped their packaging to the metal tins. But I'm going to do a close-up and talk a little bit about the cut and the texture as well as the smell of this particular tobacco. As you can see, it's real wet, very juicy, very drippy tobacco. Unfortunately, there's a lot of stems in this particular brand as a whole, but for the most part, they're easy to pick out. But I do kind of feel like you're not really getting your money's worth when it comes to the amount of stems that come in the things of Fusion. We're going to talk a little bit about the smell of this tobacco, and then we'll go on to the rest of the review. As far as the smell goes, unfortunately, I'm not really getting cotton candy with this. It's the same way with every single cotton candy flavored shisha that I've ever smoked. Me smoking, I've smoked for 8 years, and I've always waited for the time when I would get an actual cotton candy flavored tobacco that would actually taste like cotton candy. But until this day, or not even up until this day, I have yet to come across a cotton candy flavored shisha that tastes like cotton candy, or what it's supposed to be cotton candy. Again, on the smell, it's definitely kind of a sweet smell, but it's more of a tang or a tarty type smell that has to it, kind of a sour type smell. Let's talk a little bit about the nicotine, 0.3 nicotine, but we'll get into the buzz later. But I really haven't seen that before on any other brands, and I've never noticed that Fusion was only a 0.3% on the nicotine scale. Let's talk about the taste, and then we'll go into the rest of the review for you. This is a weird one. I mean, it's every time I've smoked a cotton candy flavored shisha, it seems like I'm always getting the same result. I'm getting something that's not even close to cotton candy in my book. I mean, I'm not a cotton candy enthusiast. I mean, I don't know if there's a cotton candy that actually tastes like what I'm smoking, but from what I had growing up, I've never had a cotton candy that tastes like this. When you actually take an inhale, you get a sour, tangy bite to the back of your tongue, to your throat, but you really don't get, that really just clean, sweet cotton candy taste that you would think that, the actual, candy, cotton candy. But it is enjoyable in some ways. It's something that I do like to smoke. It has a kind of a subtle sweetness to it, but it's more of a tang than it is sweet. It just kind of lack of taste. You just kind of get a little bit of a burn and tingle from the sourness of it, but there's really not a whole lot of sweetness of it, what I would like to see in a cotton candy. Let's talk a little bit about the smoke on this one. My clouds are small, but let me remind you what I have going on here, tell you what I have going on. The size of the coconaras that I have on this bowl are minuscule. They're tiny, tiny little pebbles of coconaras. I have 3 of them on there, on individually poked holes on pre-cut aluminum foil. We have a wind cover on here, and we are smoking out of a Mia hookah with a no more hose, so that's going to help the smoke out a little bit in the heat. But the coals are so tiny, so you can only imagine if these coals were kind of bigger, we would be getting pretty massive clouds out of this. I do have 2 more coals on the burner back there, so hopefully we can get this bowl going another 45 minutes, which is about how long it's currently been going, maybe an hour. As far as the buzz goes, like I was saying earlier, there's only 0.3% nicotine in this, so the buzz is really non-existent, and that's with all the Fusion, brands that I've ever, flavors that I've ever had. I really get no buzz whatsoever, and that's also the case with the exotic cotton candy. As far as the longevity, again, I've been smoking this for up to an hour now, and it's still kind of going along, even with tiny little miniature, just you almost could probably pick them up with your fingers and crush them. They're so tiny. So the smoke and the longevity is still there, which is good. As far as an overall scale goes, I'm gonna have to give the Fusion Tobacco probably a 4.5 out of 10. Reason being is because it's not what it says it is. It's not cotton candy. It's definitely not cotton candy. They might try to say it's cotton candy, or they might have been attempting to make a cotton candy flavored shisha when they put this together, but it's not even close. I've smoked lots of cotton candies in my 8 years of smoking hookah, and there hasn't been one yet that I actually said, wow, that's cotton candy flavored. The closest one that I've had yet would have to be Fantasia's version of cotton candy. It did give me at times cotton candy taste, but it wasn't consistent throughout the whole session. I got more of that tangy bite to the back of my tongue than the sweet cotton candy taste. So if anybody's ever had a cotton candy flavored shisha that really tastes like cotton candy, please do a video response or comment on this video and let me know about it. You know, I've smoked, as far as I know, every cotton candy flavored shisha there is, and with the exception of Fantasia, there hasn't been anything that hasn't tasted just like this. Like, well, not cotton candy, I don't know what to say it is. But again, 4.5 out of 10. This has been Jake with HookahDomain.com. Be sure to come by, check out the website. We have a lot of great things going on. Until next time, keep smoking Hookah Domain, and Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays.